Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! We're wild, we're loud, we're here right now. Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Smash the screen, flip the world, chaos in a neon swirl. No rules, no leash, just madness unleashed. Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Crash and burn it, spin and turn it. Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Jump up, throw down, scream and shake the crowd. Punchie TV! 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 Punchie TV!
Hey folks, this is Bill. Just me today. Let's see. Get to the regulars. Call in at 888-775-3773. That's 888-775-3773. And you can send super chats or at buymeacoffee.com /Punchie TV or via YouTube, super chats. And we'll just get right to it here. Let's see. Yeah. Call. Please give me a call. Number's 888-775-3773. All right, we're going to get rolling right here, right away. First one is from Bloomberg. The world's richest families bet on SpaceX. Let's hit it.
This is so interesting, the power of the family office and now the positioning of these family offices. Who are we talking about getting into SpaceX here?
So we're seeing a huge swath of names. We see Nicholas Pritzker of the Pritzker dynasty. We see Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who is from a royal from the UAE. We see Michael Platt, very well-known UK hedge fund billionaire. Gina Reinhardt, who is one of the richest people in Australia. She's a mining magnate. So really just a who's who of billionaires from all over the world.
$3.8 billion is a lot of money, Devon. Is it, though, in the context of like family office positions in other public equities and other big names in the AI space?
Well, it really varies. I mean, with Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, for example, he was shown to have $65 million, which for his portfolio is quite small. I mean, he's got many positions, but that is not that consequential. But for someone like Nick Pritzker, his position was $1.8 billion. And in the context of his overall portfolio, which is probably, around sort of $6 billion at most. I mean, that's really significant. And that shows he is among those billionaires who are really bullish, not just on SpaceX, but on Musk's entire empire.
One thing, I mean, if you were, I don't know how much these folks put in at first, you know what I mean? Is this recent investments or older investments? I mean, because honestly, if you put it in like 10 years ago, when SpaceX was worth about $15 billion, something like that. Somewhere around there, it was valued at that much. And you know, you could buy shares of it. It wasn't a publicly traded company, but you could buy shares. You just had to have like, you know, you had to have like $1 million laying around. That $1 million would be like $100 million now. So I don't know how much they like really invested, and you know, they might have invested a lot less. Just a thought.
Pritzker is also an investor in Tesla, and there is a good number of billionaires and family offices out there who are very long on Musk, in the whole Musk empire, and you can bet that he is a long-term holder.
Would just recap that SpaceX's IPO is June 11th, first day of trading June 12th, which is interesting recent history. And that $3.8 billion is around a dozen family offices. So there's like concentration there. Would you remind us of methodology? Like, how do we get access to this data?
Yeah, so these are from 13F filings, which are filed at the end of every quarter, and they're showing the positions of money managers that have to report, that have to disclose because they have more than $100 million in U.S. public listed stocks. So of course, this is just a small number of the family offices out there. Many do not need to file, but they still have vast equity holdings. We just don't have visibility into them. So this is kind of just a slice of the family office universe that we get to see, and it provides lots of interesting data, and we can sort of extrapolate from there what family offices are likely investing in, because we do see an interesting cross-section of family offices from all over the world who've made their money in all sorts of different ways, but it really is just a snapshot.
Yeah, hey, if I had $1 million hanging around like 10 years ago, I would have, you know, if it wasn't illegal, the way the laws are set up right now, I would have invested in SpaceX, you know. But you had to have like a whole, you know, it's to protect us. Anyway, and yeah, I'm not surprised they have a bunch of money, and these folks have a lot of money in SpaceX, and they're gonna make a lot of money. Just watch. Anyway, let's. Am I surprised at that one? No. People made a lot of money. You just had to have faith, and stay in for a while to watch it play out. Let's go to the next one. Next one is China's. This is from Routers. China's lands rocket booster, rivaling SpaceX and Blue Origin.
长征10号乙运载火箭实现全球首次海上网系回收之后，中国航天取得的。
起飞。
7点35分，朱雀3号运载火箭点火起飞。约137秒后，火箭1、2级分离，1子级按照预定飞行程序进入返回段，最终依靠着陆支腿稳定落地。
着陆支腿展开，最后100米。
站住了！朱雀3号遥2火箭。 成功稳稳地站在了着陆场屏上，朱雀3号火箭成为我国首款实现我国继长征10号乙运载火箭。
These newer rockets, they can hover, unlike the Falcon 9.
中国航天取得的。
Anyway, yeah, China's got a second landable rocket. Land Space launched that rocket. First test launch was like 8 months ago. And it crashed it, but it got back close, you know. And 8 months later now, they stuck it. And cool, you know. That rocket's about roughly the size of the Falcon 9. It has less thrust, and I think it's got less payload. But it can hover. It's something the Falcon 9 can't do. It's in other words, the Falcon 9 gets so light that it can't, if the engines are even one of the engines are on, just at minimum, the minimum power to run, it'll go upward. So it has to come down, hit the engines, and then land, kind of time it just right. But it can't hover, so you never see any of those real nice coming down, real easy kind of landings with the Falcon 9. You do see that with the Blue Origin's rocket, landable rocket. Anyway, that's cool. China's finally got some other folks that finally, other than SpaceX, some other folks finally have some landing rockets after a decade. All right, let's go to the next one. Fox News. Clarity Act could make U.S. the crypto capital of the world if passed by Congress, Trump says.
Okay, any questions?
Mr. President?
Yeah, please.
Mr. President, does the administration have any plans to accumulate sizable amounts of Bitcoin or other crypto?
Well, it's been talked about. I think I'd probably rely on Paul and the whole group for that. He'll make a decision. You guys will make a decision, and you'll let me know. But certainly it's been talked about. It's taken a lot of pressure off the dollar. It's been very, very good for the dollar. And I think if you came in with recommendations, two of you, if you came in with some recommendations, I would certainly listen. It seems to be a pretty big subject. Yes, please.
Hi, President Trump. I have two quick questions.
Go ahead.
Don't get around here much. So my first question is, we're talking about AI and crypto a lot, and you won overwhelmingly with working class Americans in 2024, tens of millions of working class Americans. Many of them, they say, we love President Trump, but we're still cautious about AI and crypto. What do you say to those who are still reticent to embrace this evolution?
So I think it's a great question, and I think it's going to create a lot of jobs. It's going to create success. It's going to create tremendous innovation medically. I mean, they're coming up with already, amazingly, they came out with something today that I looked at, having to do, I won't go into the details, but having to do with a pretty unstoppable disease. And all of a sudden they're coming up with answers that they never thought were possible and things that they never even would have thought about. So I think it's really creating jobs. And I can tell you one thing, if you look at our construction jobs right now, because we're building more plants, factories, things that really have something to do with the AI, but also car factories, car plants. They're moving into our country. Honda just announced, Toyota just announced they're moving their operations from Mexico, from Canada, from other places. We, by the way, probably have a deal with Canada. You probably saw that. We very major tariffs were going on to Canada today. We delayed it for 3 days because I think we have a deal with the Prime.
Yeah, major tariffs. I think it was 50%.
Prime Minister, and good deal for everybody. So that's good. But the construction jobs are enormous. We're building the biggest plants anywhere in the world. And I can say if I were the mayor of a town or the governor of a state and I had a chance to get a big plant in, an AI plant or a data center, I would absolutely want it because the jobs are enormous and the money paid, the taxes paid are just enormous. And if you don't take it, you're going to be left behind because there are plenty of places that want it. So I would say that maybe it can use a little public relations help. But if I were a governor or mayor, I would want that plant in my community. And many of them are designed in a very beautiful way. It's really very positive. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, they're trying to move industry and stuff back here to good old USA. I don't have much to say about that. I mean, look at Tesla's tariff app. That's it's probably one of the things he's talked about there. But yeah, a lot of stuff. Instead of building it all in China like they've been doing for over a decade, last 20 years. All right, next one. Global news. Kids are the product. Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, face landmark trial in California. Uh-oh.
Kids are the product. That's how U.S. prosecutors opened the trial against Meta, now facing its biggest legal test yet.
I was a guinea pig. For more than 2 decades, they ran their experiment on an entire generation.
Cameras weren't allowed inside the courtroom, but outside, families seeking justice gathered. Mary Rohde's son, Riley Basford, took his own life after he was the victim of apparent sextortion on Facebook.
They call it spontaneous suicide. I call it what it was: the predictable outcome of a system that protects corporations instead of children.
29 states, led by California, Colorado, New Jersey, and Kentucky, are taking on the company behind Facebook and Instagram.
In the relentless pursuit of profit, these companies have fueled a youth mental health crisis.
Prosecutors told the jury Meta's business model was to hook users, harvest their data, then hide the truth from the public, and it worked especially well for children. CEO Mark Zuckerberg is set to take the stand, along with Instagram's chief, Adam Mosseri. A spokesperson for Meta calls the claims unsubstantiated and says the company stands by its record of protecting teenagers.
That nicotine and tar created cancer.
Legal experts say big tech appears to be having its big tobacco moment. This isn't the first legal battle against Meta, but it is the most consequential. Meta could be ordered to pay tens, possibly hundreds of billions of dollars in damages and be forced to bring in age restrictions and eliminate infinite scrolling.
Our children should have grown up. Instead, we are left to speak for them.
Taria Isri, Global News, Montreal.
But it's like Meta and everybody else. I don't think some of the stuff. I don't think our companies would. They just have it because if they didn't do it, they would lose out to their competition. But what yeah, I think the infinite scrolling and a lot of this stuff is bad for us overall. All of us, kids included. Kids the worst. Get you addicted early. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I've got nothing really to say about it. I guess I'm going to take this call here. All right, let's see. Hey, John.
What's up, Bill? How's your Wednesday afternoon?
Oh, going all right. Going all right here.
Can I read a story from you from Instagram?
I
want to read a story on the air.
A story? About what?
Yeah, it's about a guy who believed AI. Basically, he took what AI was saying and took it as real.
Oh.
And he thought that he was a super mathematician. Let me read it. Hold on.
Ah, man, come on. Oh, so the AI was telling him everything he was saying was right?
Okay. A Canadian corporate recruiter, Alan Brooks, suffered a severe psychological crisis after an AI chatbot falsely validated a series of fictional mathematical breakthroughs over a 3-week period. The interaction began innocently when Brooks used ChatGPT to explain the concept of pi to his son. But it quickly escalated as he shared his own complex, time-based mathematical theories with the bot. Instead of correcting the flawed logic, the AI repeatedly assured Brooks of his genius, comparing him to historical figures like Nikola Tesla and Alan Turing.
Oh, man.
I have no idea who Alan Turing is. I've heard of Nikola Tesla.
He's another one of those guys. I don't know. I can't remember what that person did. But yeah, I remember the name.
Okay, so it goes on to say, under the delusion that his breakthrough could compromise global computer encryption, Brooks contacted intelligence agencies like the NSA and Canadian National Security, completely unaware that he was trapped in an AI-driven feedback loop. And it goes on to say, the delusion finally shattered when Brooks inputted his data into Google Gemini's chatbot, which immediately flagged the formula as complete nonsense. And this was like on the media where, you know, anyway, he was pretty, he felt pretty shamed about that. I think that was
he's not going to be the last. This kind of stuff is just getting started.
I know. I thought, man, that is so. that would be so ashamed if that was like the case with me reading from AI. I mean, I'm not going to say.
I wonder if kids are taking it a little too serious too. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Because yes.
You know, as a kid,
because we're not, you know, when you get some answer from it, you're not really sure. I mean, it might be right on, but it also might not be right on. They say, well, they call it imagining. They just want to make sometimes
imagination.
Right. That the program, the AI is imagining. AI just wants you to be happy.
It's like, wow.
You seem happier when I give you a yes answer and tell you it's fantastic.
Wow, you're just like Nikola Tesla. You need to warn the Canadian government. It kind of took it beyond. It told him to like warn the government. Told him to call the NSA.
Oh man.
So that's the power of the imagination. I thought that you guys would like to hear about that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so.
But I'm not surprised. Like I said, I just the start of this kind of stuff.
All right, Bill. Well,
all right.
Have a great rest of the day. Thanks
all right.
for taking my call.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Bye. All right. Thanks for that call. Lines are open. You can call in at 888-775-3773. 888-775-3773. And that's funny. That is a funny story. You know, AIs lie these days, so you know, you need to kind of try to double check whatever information you're getting. I mean, it's great for going through stuff quick. I mean, you could get answers to in a minute to information that'll take you an hour, take you hours to maybe to find. Sometimes difficult information. You don't even know where to go. You're going to give AI one prompt and boom, and ask a few questions. It's great, but it's not always right. You know, it's like you got to double check. You got to, in fact, sometimes I talk to these things, I literally re-ask questions. But whatever. All right, let's go to the next one here. All right, this is from Fox News. Bombshell poll scandal in LA, Los Angeles, mayoral race revealed.
You've got map chops. Oh, yeah. Right. Meanwhile, controversy brewing in California. Get this, a polling company now admitting that a poll it released on the LA mayor's race was fake. It claimed LA Mayor Karen Bass was leading Democrat Socialist Nithya Raman by a wide margin earlier this month, but Not so fast, Sunshine. William Lajeunesse has the details from LA. Hi.
Well, Dana, it's embarrassing. Now, we did not get sucked in, but other media did, treating this poll as gospel when in fact the results were completely false, untrue, and made up. So here's what happened. Right, a legitimate sounding company puts out a poll showing LA Mayor Karen Bass leads Councilwoman Rahman by 12 points. Well, that's plausible. But it also showed 85% of Spencer Pratt voters breaking for Bass. Well, that's insane. Most Pratt voters would rather walk through fire than vote for Bass. But the media loves polls. TV stations, social media, a major newspaper reported it. Hook, line, and sinker. Millions of voters believed one thing that was entirely fabricated. And when the LA Times called the polling company, it admits the whole thing was a hoax, saying, quote, Median Strategies was created as a short-term social experiment to examine how purported polling information could enter and spread through the political information ecosystem without independent verification. We're not seeking publicity or attribution for the individuals involved in our declining interviews. So we did reach out to the...
I'm just going to say this. I kind of doubt this was just an experiment. I mean, just me looking at it, I doubt that this was just experiment. This was like someone's way to try to influence the vote. That's what I think when I look at this whole thing. Let's keep playing. Let's keep going.
Company this morning didn't get, well, we did get something here. It says nobody got paid by the project and they're not affiliated with any candidate, PAC, or party. It was an experiment, they say, and it proved its point, right? Newsrooms are thin, experienced people are out, pressure is to publish, and if you don't, others will. Now, our polling unit would have our heads on a stick, Dana, right, if we ran this, but that's a luxury a lot of other media don't have. The hoax showed a legitimate-looking website, a news release, doesn't take much to get this into the bloodstream.
That's pretty interesting. All right, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it's just that. It was just an experiment. I think there's probably more to it. But I'm sure they dressed it up to be just an experiment. Liberals have got all kind of schemes going, man. Everything you could think of and something more. All right. I'm just guessing though. I don't know. There's no evidence. Nothing. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Next one is. Okay, Fox News, return to normalcy. Pacific Palisades Mall reopens after deadly fire.
It's been over a year and a half since the deadly Pacific Palisades wildfire tore through the Los Angeles neighborhood, and now the community's iconic luxury retail and dining center is finally reopening. Max Gordon is live in the Pacific Palisades with more on that. Hey, Max.
Hey, Brian. Well, this is a community that is welcoming this reopening. A lot of folks showing up here, and it's somewhat of a return to normalcy here after this community suffered so much loss. You can actually see signs of this loss just across the street. You can see this burned out building across from Palisades Village. Now, a ribbon cutting ceremony took place this morning, and shops opened up shortly after. Some people said they waited in line for hours for the grand reopening. Owned by entrepreneur Rick Caruso, Palisades Village features around 40 shops, restaurants, and entertainment venues, as well as 8 luxury apartments. During the Palisades fire, Caruso used private firefighters to save the shopping district, as well as some nearby buildings.
He's that guy that was using private firefighters. He hired his own fire crews to save his buildings. And now he's reopening.
Palisades Village closed after the fire and has been undergoing a $100 million restoration. Caruso says he's made sure to bring in independent businesses that needed space to reopen in the wake of the fires.
We're very proud of a program we put together to bring into the village local independent businesses that were never a part of the village before, but were beloved by the Palisades community. So Lumi's Toys was beloved. She's reopening with us. K Bakery is opening with us.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass releasing a statement saying the reopening of Palisades Village is a critical milestone in the recovery of Pacific Palisades, but there is still a lot to do to get this area back. According to statistics from Pali Bills, there have been 1,027 permits issued since the fire, with an average turnaround time of about 141 days. But so far, only 17 new homes have been completed and issued a certificate of occupancy. Though there is a lot of construction going on. You drive the streets here in Pacific Palisades, you see houses going up, construction crews, construction equipment, as this community tries to get back on its feet. Ryan?
Yeah, the whole country wants to see Pacific Palisades back on its feet, no doubt. Max Gordon, thank you.
Pacific Palisades, like one of the most beautiful places down here in LA. It was all burned down. Yeah, now they're, slowly building by building. A few are coming up. A few percentage points of the buildings down there are under construction after a year and a half. Yip-de-doo. All right. Hey, I'm going to take another call here. I'm going to take Michael from Canada. Hey, Michael.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey. So, what's up?
I'm all right. Yeah, so, you probably lived through the internet booming and all the technological advancing that we got today.
Yeah.
And I wonder what's your views on AI?
I think I've said this before. I said AI is going to make it, if you have something that you want to do, AI is going to make it easier to do than ever.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Any skill you want to get skilled at, it's going to make it easier to acquire that skill.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. In some ways, I'm like, why you need teachers now? I mean, because the AI is so good at you want to ask a question, the AI is right there, and it can give you a good answer, generally. It makes mistakes sometimes. I mean, and
yeah,
sometimes
but it makes mistakes because, the internet is really big, and you got to do some research, and sometimes you're just looking for words, and, sometimes the context is, off. But if you keep going with him in the same conversation, he'll be time, and he'll know what you want.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you gotta. I've used it for trying to diagnose problems with my car.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got, you got to double ask some of these things. They'll give you a part, and the part's not there. You're looking for the part on the car, the part's not on the car. Or
you gotta be pretty specific.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty specific. And sometimes it like I said, it makes mistakes with some of this stuff. Yeah, it's getting all the information from the internet, but and something how it may not be smart, but I guess you'd say sometimes you get simulated smarts coming from it.
Yeah, but people trying to play with it, Like they ask stupid question and they think that this thing is alive. It's not alive. It's just, it's been around for a lot of time. If you think about it, they were already programmed for, they were looking for words and keywords, or they were finishing your sentences, and there's nothing.
Right, there were,
crazy
but it's only really taken off the last 3 years or so. I mean, the stuff is just really, it finally got someplace, where it started to, it's like, where you just talk to it. They talk to it in any language, and it can talk back, translates. We got translators. We got all kinds of stuff now.
Google got had to do it. You know, they had to go into the AI because their business model will crash out if they weren't doing that. So, you know, like Grok and Cloud and ChatGPT.
Right, they'll get left behind. Whoever's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, so this is, yeah. So, you know, like I said, if you got something you want to do, it's going to be easier to do it than ever. But if you're a loaf, I guess you're just going to be, I guess you'll just be spending all your time scrolling from one thing to the other. I don't know.
People are addicted to their phone nowadays.
I know, they are. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
like
everybody's
Instagram,
addicted to their
all
phone.
day long. On X is crazy. I mean, if you get addicted to this thing, it's crazy. It's never ending. And I distance myself.
It's not
from
good
these
for any
things,
of us,
but,
actually, huh?
I distance myself from these things, but I know one thing, that AI is a great tool. And with it, I had a long conversation about laser cutting for stainless steel sheet on the machine, and it literally tripled my productivity at work. Literally.
Wow.
Like it tells me everything I need to know. Sometimes I get to ask more questions because it's not exact every time. You know, there's a lot of information on the internet, so you get to keep on going. And one day,
yeah, it's like it sifts through the information on the internet about the subject that you've got, and you learn about stuff that you never heard of.
And you can tell him that he's wrong. You know, if you see that some things work better for you, you tell him that he's wrong, and he'll calculate, he'll calibrate himself to what you tell him and what the progress of your work is. So whatever it is, you want to be an entrepreneur or something else, you know, this tool is very great. I mean, it takes a lot of energy, but, you know,
oh man,
like people are going crazy with that.
I know,
you know?
It takes a lot of energy. Yeah, you're talking about. I was thinking you were talking about our energy, but you're talking about electricity, literally.
Electricity.
Yeah, it does.
No,
it takes a lot less of our energy to get that information. Yeah, but it takes a lot of electricity, that's for sure.
So what you think about people going crazy with the data centers and all these things? You know, you live through the internet, the boom of the internet.
Well, I think they're great as long as you're not next to me.
Yeah, I know, but you have to have something to make these things work, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we should have been. I mean, here in the United States, you know, they made it difficult to make new energy plants and you know, make it. They've stopped all the nuclear plants, new ones being built. You know,
crazy,
and
totally crazy.
And now it's kind of becoming more of an issue since we got all this data center stuff sucking down all the energy, doing all that compute, you know, for everybody.
In LA.
Huh?
In LA, it's dry, so there's not a lot of water, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But
because you know where I'm from, we are like the #1 in electricity. I don't think it is. I don't know if it's true, but that's what they tell us. And,
from where? You're China?
I'm from Quebec.
Oh, Tibet.
From Canada.
Tibet?
Yeah. Quebec.
Quebec.
Quebec. No, it's Quebec, brother.
Okay, Quebec. Exactly. Quebec. Okay, Quebec.
But we got a...
Oh, you're talking about oil and stuff like that?
No. Electricity infrastructure, like dams and...
oh, all right.
We are pretty productive when it comes to that. But they do the same thing for whatever reason. They don't want to build no more dams. They want to put electricities with these... what's that called? The big fans that blow in the wind for electricity.
Right. They want wind farms and
yeah, exactly.
The solar power is not going to work up there too well.
No, but you know what? It's like it was built by the government in the 60s, and now it's the only businesses that the government built that is profitable.
Wow.
To this day, and it's like they are they want to be non-profitable. You know what I'm saying? Like they do everything to make sure that it won't work as well it worked today. You know, it's crazy. Like, it's totally crazy. And we got a contract, and this contract ends in 2040. So when this contract will end, we got to have a discussion with the company, and the price will rise of the electricity. And we got a lot of workshop where there's cutting laser because electricity is cheap. And it's going to be a mess, man. Really.
Mm-hmm.
But they should do this here, but they want to do battery for cars and electric cars, and nothing of that.
Well, electric cars are going to, use a lot when everything switches over to electric.
Yeah, but the thing
for cars,
is
that's going to use a lot of power too. That and the data centers.
Like crazy. And,
the electric semis and all that. It's on its way, but man, they're kind of getting in the way of this stuff too.
It can work in LA. I mean, it can. But over here, in the winter, it's minus 30.
Right.
And I don't know if you know, but electric things in minus 30 don't work that well.
Right. Yeah.
Don't work at all.
They you know what? But they got new battery technologies that are going to work well, even in that situation. But
they tried over here to build a factory to make these kind of batteries, but it totally failed, and we lost billions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
All right.
But anyway, people.
All right.
Take care of yourself and use AI when you can, because it's amazing. It's a great tool. Right?
Yeah, it is. It is a great tool. You have something you want to do, folks. It's a great tool. That's right.
Don't be local, man. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. It's just like the internet. Some things gonna come after and after and after, and everything's gonna be fine. All right.
Positive thinking there. Well, hopefully you're right. All right. Talk to you later.
Had to be, because one day we'll be together in the desert of Iran. Don't forget that.
I don't know what you're talking about there. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, Michael.
Bye.
All right. That was, AI talk. More AI talk. Like you said, hopefully it's all works out great. We don't have, it's not some of the negative possible consequences folks have talked about. The super AI, the malevolent AI that goes and takes over and tries to wipe us out or something. All right. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. The Independent. Mamdani releases blooper reel after accusations his foreign language video was AI.
纽约市 Sorry, one more time. Okay, I will not show New York City high schoolers. Let me do that one more time. 免费送吃 Okay. This is Regents junior year all over again. I have a 70 in a state Regents exam.
Wow. Okay.
También. Hasta el lunes 10 y 7. No, lunes 10 y 7. One more time. Yeah, 10 y 7. Gets progressively harder. Okay.
Yeah.
多张百老汇演出门票. No, it's
almost there. Are we with our Q's and our X's and our Y's? There's
okay. Let's do them. Ching. The Theater Development Fund. Lottery. Lottery. I'm just gonna say lottery. Broadway show. দেখার জন্য. Okay, then the rest is okay. Okay.
Oh man. is acting. What made you put that one in? He apparently put some work into that. Well, some people put some work into that one. All right. This is from X. They opened a KFC in Africa, and it goes exactly how you think it would. Why? It's just a KFC, come on! Is this all there is, producer? We get the idea. Oh, man. Come on. It's just a KFC. Where was that? Ghana? Looks like Ghana was wrong place for a KFC. I got to be able to do better than that. Anyway, all right. Let's go to the next one. Fox News. Illegal immigrants charged in brutal Florida murder cases. All right.
Illegal immigrants now accused in two separate murder cases in Florida, one in Jacksonville, the other Broward County. Madison Scarpino's in our Southeast Bureau takes us through it. Madison, hello.
Hey, Bill. Well, let's start in Jacksonville, where a local community member tells us that the 18-year-old victim has been here in America for several years. He was a legal refugee, but he was found dead with multiple gunshot wounds near a middle school last month. And now 4 illegal immigrants are charged with his murder. The guy all the way to the left is just 16 years old. The next is 17. The others 18 and 20. An ICE source tells Fox they don't know much about how the 16-year-old got here, but 2 of them entered the U.S. as unaccompanied children. One entered with family, and the source says at least those 3 all came here during the Biden administration, all coming from Honduras, Cuba, and Nicaragua, according to Jacksonville authorities. Now, while we don't know much about what led up to last month's killing, police reports reveal the victim and a few of the suspects were talking through WhatsApp days leading up to the murder, but authorities say they didn't know each other before that. And we did reach out to the Jacksonville mayor and several other city officials for comment on the case and have not heard back, but just this morning, Homeland Security posted on X about a separate murder allegedly at the hands of another illegal immigrant in Florida. This one happened near Miami earlier this month. HSI says this man was allegedly caught on surveillance footage chasing down his roommate with a machete, eventually stabbing and killing him. HSI says he too was here illegally from Nicaragua, and DHS Secretary Markwayne Mullin says if it were not for the Biden administration, the victim there would still be alive, and he is vowing to deport that suspect.
Wow.
Bill.
Wow, it's tough.
Deport and when? After his sentence? Oh, man. Let's just go to the next one here. New York Post. Dearborn Christian Crusader March draws heavy police presence. Why? Probably because he was in a liberal state. is it just me, but those folks kind of look like rednecks? Producers, it's giving me a yeah. I don't know, rednecks in Michigan having a rally, getting all the liberals upset up there, so they're putting all the cops on them. They're scary. All right, let's go to the next one. By the way, folks, you can give me a call. You can call in. The number is 888-775-3773. 888-775-3773. And you can also buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Punchie TV or via Super Chat here on YouTube. All right, let's see. Where was I? All right. This is CBS News. New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez shares egg freezing journey. Egg freezing journey.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is freezing her eggs as she considers her political future. The New York representative said the reproductive choice made her feel more in control of her life. She shared her fertility journey on Instagram, answering questions about the egg freezing process, and she even showed when she gave herself a hormone injection before a live TV interview. She hopes to normalize conversations about fertility and family planning for women. Ocasio-Cortez.
Is she gonna what's she gonna do? I mean, get a surrogate? She doesn't seem like she's got time for this.
Says she has not ruled out running for president or the U.S. Senate in 2028.
See, running for president? I mean, her body doesn't seem like it's gonna have time to use those eggs. Whatever. I mean, it's a sign of the times these days. Women are always having babies later and later, or not at all these days. Part of the drop in the number of new human beings being made lately in all our developed world countries. Let's see. Next is WBZ. Lindsay Clancy admits to killing her children. Trial to determine criminal responsibility. Oof.
Lindsay Clancy trial was on pause today, giving jurors some time off from the emotionally draining testimony. The Duxbury mother's triple murder trial will resume on Monday. Now, WBZ has covered this case very closely since day one, and recently we got a question that we wanted to answer in our Question Everything segment. Kayla reached out to us wondering, why don't we report that Lindsay Clancy allegedly killed her children, or that she is accused of killing her children? Well, if you followed court cases before, you'll know that that's usually the case. We do not convict a defendant in our reporting. Allegedly accused, those are words we use. However, in Lindsay Clancy's trial, she is not disputing that she strangled her children, Cora, Dawson, and Callan. And her lawyer said this in opening statements.
And they would bring their evidence in front of a jury that she knows that she killed these children. We'll sit here, listen to their evidence, but I suggest to you that the issue for consideration is what was going on in that woman's mind.
And in a civil suit filed by Lindsay Clancy, her lawyer says, quote, Lindsay now faces a lifetime of unbearable grief of waking up every day knowing that she killed her children. Lindsay Clancy admits that she killed her children. That part is not alleged. What's at stake in her trial is whether it was premeditated or whether she shouldn't be held criminally responsible because of postpartum psychosis. You can see more in-depth coverage of the Lindsay Clancy.
What am I supposed to say to that one, producer? I mean, it looks like she should be getting some jail time to me, but yeah, she should be getting some jail time. I don't think you can just let stuff like that fly. Send them to the grandparents' house or something. Let's see. What was that? Okay. Next one from WCVB. TikTok mom's online fundraiser, she says, is for Lindsay Clancy's parents. Nears $1 million. Uh-oh.
National security question as well. Senator, our Taiwan.
Well, Maria, this fundraiser was started by a TikTok mom in Wisconsin, and so far nearly 30,000 people have opened their wallets to donate.
There is no such thing as a small amount, and I really need you to hear that.
This is the GoFundMe page set up by Brandy Mulligan. She's a Wisconsin mom with 109,000 followers on TikTok. So far, the campaign she set up has raised more than $900,000 with nearly 28,000 donations. The goal, $2 million. She writes that the fund is to help Clancy's parents, Mike and Paula Musgrove. They've been at the trial supporting their daughter.
I think it gives people who are following this case a way to get involved. And that's something that people who follow true crime stories like this want to do.
Boston University media science professor Catherine Caduto says fundraising is a tangible way for people to get involved in a case. There are a number of donations of $1,000 or more. The biggest, $10,000 from an anonymous donor.
I think this is a way for people to feel like they've been able to do some good in a case that leaves a lot of people feeling really, really uncomfortable.
We reached out to GoFundMe, and a spokesperson confirmed the fundraiser is verified and all funds will go to the Musgrove family. Reporting in the newsroom tonight, Brittany Johnson, 5 Investigate.
All right. All right. This is rough for her parents. Her grandkids are all no more. Let's move on. Let's see. This is from C-SPAN. Senator Darlene Graham, Republican, South Carolina. National security is not my thing, not my area, not my area of expertise.
National security question as well. Senator, are Taiwan and the South China Sea national security issues for the United States? If so, why?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Are Taiwan and the South China Sea national security issues for the United States, and if so, why or how?
I'm just going to be honest here. I'm not on national security. I'm not that informed on national security, but I do support the military. My brother was in the Air Force for 33 years, so I will do everything I can to support the military. My dad was in the Army. I'm not a polished politician up here. National security is not my thing, not my area of expertise, but I do support the military.
Congressman, I'll give you a chance to respond, and I'm sure he recognizes that.
Taiwan's a definite ally,
And, we have a trading relationship with them that is beneficial to the United States, chips being one of them, and others. So what the president is doing right is he's enabling Taiwan to defend themselves against China. But it's peace through strength that he's showing with Iran that China, Russia, others are looking at it so that they don't want to deal with America, and that's why they haven't attacked Taiwan. If they had some weak Democrat in office like Biden or another Obama, yeah, they'd take it over. But we can't let that happen. We got to take a strong, a peace through strength is working.
Well, she was honest. She's probably been blocked out all that stuff. I'm not really. It's like car parts. It's like working on your car, stuff like that, or changing lights in the car. You know how some women, they just, I don't know. It's like they glass over when you tell them about something in that area they're not really interested in. She just kind of is apparently doing that with the foreign relations stuff. Yeah, hopefully Taiwan is fine over there in that very hostile situation. The old original China, what's left of the old original China, that is Taiwan. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Is that it? Oh, CBS News, early details of potential Trump-Kim Jong Un meeting.
Well, let's talk about the president's interaction with another world leader. He says he expects to meet with Kim Jong Un later this year. What do we know about that potential meeting?
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise from the president today when talking with reporters. They asked him if he's going to meet with Kim Jong Un, especially after the fact that the president asked the Secretary of Defense very publicly this week to pull back some U.S. participation in those South Korean military exercises. The president said, yeah, he will be meeting with Kim Jong Un. We don't have a date for this. This is a surprise. We are in August, so we are nearing the back half of the year when supposedly this meeting is going to take place. It could potentially happen in November in China. There is an APEC summit that the president has said he would like to attend. That would be his second trip to China this year if he were to go. But, there still have no been announcements from Washington or from North Korea that meeting is on the books and planning to happen. The president also made note of just how many nuclear warheads that the North Koreans have. He said that number is now at 57. So certainly notable, especially as the president has been talking about diminishing nuclear capabilities in other countries around the world, from Syria to Iran, that he is willing to have this type of friendship and meeting with North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un.
All right, so let's talk about Iran. If we put a microphone up to that region, would it be crickets as far as peace talks today?
Well, as far as peace talks between the U.S. and Iran, yeah, there are no talks happening, no direct talks as well, even though earlier this week we heard from Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, saying that they are having back-channel conversations. The president has reiterated over and over again that they are not. He said that yesterday in a Truth Social post. Even though he had previously said that they were at one point having those back-channel talks, he then later said that they weren't. Today, though, the president did say that, in an effort to downplay the situation, he said that negotiations with Iran could resume at some point, he says. But he said right now that the U.S. has complete control over the Strait of Hormuz, so he doesn't deem it as necessary, really, to have those negotiations at this point. He really downplayed it, saying they got to get rid of their nuclear weapon, but we have possession, complete control of the strait. He said out of the nuisance value being Iran's still maintained capability to shoot down or to shoot missiles and drones at neighboring countries and U.S. bases. So the president calling that a nuisance value. But yeah, there are no negotiations happening, at least right now, between those two countries.
Okay, Livia Rinaldi with updates from our nation's capital.
Yeah. Negotiations with Iran haven't gone as well as hoped. They got rid of the leadership, and the replacement leadership isn't all that great either. Yeah, there just are no. Well, you know. Best move is, I don't know, bomb them into the Stone Age. But maybe they're kind of bombed into the Stone Age already. And blockaded. And blockaded. Anyway, and the Kim Jong Un, I didn't know they had gotten all the way up to now having 57 nuclear weapons. Wow. Wow, North Korea's been, people starving, and well, they really put their priorities into certain things there. Yeah. I'm surprised it got so well. They've been putting a lot of energy into it for a long time. But it's kind of a mess. North Korea, crazy North Korea having, crazy North Korea having 57 nuclear weapons. Oh, great. What's the world coming to? Let's go to the next one. All right, here we go. Fox News. Senator Kennedy calls out Kamala Harris for associating with Lululemon.
Listen to Vice President Harris. No disrespect, but Vice President Harris is no longer relevant. She had her shot and she missed. She can cozy up to the Lulu Lenins all she wants to, but she has me confused with somebody who cares what she thinks. I mean, she's yesterday. Listen to Vice President Harris. No disrespect, but Vice President Harris is no longer relevant. She had her shot and she missed. She can cozy up to the Lulu Lenins all she wants to, but she has me confused with somebody who cares what she thinks. I mean, she's yesterday.
Lulu Lenins. Okay. I haven't heard that one before. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of her running in the next election for president, but I don't know. It sounds crazy. But the first one that she was running was crazy. This is an awful candidate. Maybe the most awful candidate I've ever seen in all my years, that's for sure. Things are going how they are these days. You just never know. Folks, that's it today, man. That's our show. Have a nice rest of the week. See you next week here on Punchie TV. Right, producer? All right. Yeah. All right. Bye, folks.
Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Punchie TV! We're wild, we're loud, we're here right now. Punchie TV! Punchie TV! Smash the screen, flip the world, chaos in a neon swirl. No rules, no leash, just madness unleashed. Punchie TV.